Welcome to ITSP Magazine Podcasts, a modern, innovative multimedia platform broadcasting ideas and connecting minds. You are about to listen to a new short story from Sotto, Stelle podcast. We invite families and friends of all ages to gather under the Tuscan night sky, ready to be carried away by magical short stories suitable for children and the young at heart. Here begins a wonderful adventure. A gift for all dreamers in search of enchantment, wonder, and wisdom. From the original Italian, here we present the English version. Now, let's all be quiet. The story is about to begin. The Half-Mad Cat. In the elementary school for household pets of all kinds, one of the most popular classes was that of the talking cats. There was a somewhat strange cat. He spoke in hops, wrote words backwards, numbers upside down, and often had his head in the clouds. Everyone said, "But that cat is half mad." One spring morning, the cats had gotten up an hour earlier because the teacher, a very pretty white and yellow kitten, was going to take the class to the park near the school to play and have a picnic. Everyone was very happy and couldn't wait to leave, dressed elegantly as usual, some with a coloured bow on their head, some with a blue tie and some with an orange scarf, but each with their own multicoloured backpack. But if everyone was ready and happy to spend a different day outdoors, just imagine the half-mad cat. He was at least 3 times and 3/4 happier than the others. So happy that for the occasion he wore a bow and a half on his head, 3 ties around his neck, a rainbow scarf, and an umbrella on his wrist. Along the way between his house and the school, he did incredible acrobatics, walking on his hind legs and having fun doing somersaults, 3 forwards and 1 backward. Passers-by stopped to watch him because he was funny and also a bit ridiculous. He was really curious and half-mad, this cat. Before departure, the lovely teacher checked that everyone had what they needed. Nothing was missing. Not even great joy, which in the end was the most important thing. "Ready, let's go!" In no time, the half-mad cat was already on the road. Seeing a traffic cop passing by, the cat said to him, "Excuse me, Mr. Traffic Cop, we're in a hurry. Could you lend me your tools to direct traffic?" The cop, chuckling under his mustache, played along and replied, "You seem nice, but be careful. I'll be watching you." With the whistle in his mouth and the baton in his paw, the cat began. "Stop, right, stop, left, turn here, go there, everyone do the roundabout." In doing so, he had blocked all the traffic, and the traffic light was cracking up with laughter, flashing red, green, and yellow. In pairs, they entered the park along the tree-lined avenue. At the end was a little grey elephant making sure everyone kept pace and in line. Once they reached the central meadow and set down their backpacks, it was free rein for everyone who could now jump, run, and play on the grass. The little elephant kept an eye on everyone. "Careful, kittens, don't get too close to the pond, because if you fall in, I have to fish you out." But as if nothing happened, the cats chased each other, did somersaults, and had the time of their lives. The children played with them too, and some flew kites of different colours and shapes that everyone looked up at. In all this joyful celebration, the half-mad cat, who often did as he pleased, decided to copy the children, opened his umbrella, and flew into the sky like a kite. A strong gust of wind made him flutter a bit to the right and a bit to the left. Suddenly, the umbrella closed, and the half-mad cat landed precisely in the pond with all the kites. Splash, splush, splish, splash, an endless meowing. "Oh no, help, 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 save the half-mad cat!" Luckily, under the west bank of the pond was the famous Gorgonzola bath, where the local mice went to sunbathe together. Alerted by this commotion, they immediately realized that a rescue was needed. There was no time to lose. Without hesitation, they dived into the pond and, helping each other, saved the half-mad cat. The entire school let out a sigh of relief, while the mice, soaking wet but happy, began to joyfully hop around. The little elephant, who didn't even have to get wet, thanked the mice who were already playing hide-and-seek with the cats. And the half-mad cat? Well, as if nothing had happened, he was drying off in the sun apart, watching the clouds in the sky that were smiling and dancing, winking at him. On that magical spring day, the picnic turned into a great adventure, and, with full bellies, the cats walked back to school. Is that in every backpack, a mouse had snuck in, wanting to live with a cat, because by now they had all become friends. With the usual imagination and a pinch of magic, from then on, cats and mice loved each other very much and went to school together. One had never seen such a cheerful class, said the little elephant. And the half-mad cat? After the dive into the pond, he no longer spoke in hops and wrote words straight, but with his new mouse friends, he enjoyed colouring the blackboard with the chalkboard eraser. Mad, yes, but only halfway. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Storie Sotto le Stelle podcast. If you like this story, add this show to your favourite podcast player and share Storie Sotto le Stelle podcast with your friends, family and colleagues. If you represent a company and wish to connect your brand to this show and its audience, visit itspmagazine.com to learn how to sponsor one or more of our podcast channels. We hope you will come back for more stories and follow us on our fantastic journey. If you wish to read this and many more stories in Italian and in English, please visit storiesottolestelle.com. A presto.